back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBae. I am MovieBae, and in this video, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing BGC All-Star Battle Season 1, Episode 5 through 6. But before I get to it though, I would like for y'all to drop down and hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Because here on MovieBae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that's the type of content that you like, you might as well hit the subscribe button to stick around. If you find yourself enjoying my commentary along the way, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up and or drop a comment down below. Push my channel, push my content. BGC All-Star Battle is not being searched, you guys. So y'all have to run up the engagement on this video so that it could pop up in suggested videos, okay? Now let's go ahead and get into Episode 5. Episode 5 picks up with the elimination between Paula and Flo, and Paula is the one that goes home. Now, the next day before the challenge, Erica is concerned about her knee. Judy is wary about being the next target for elimination. And then there is a group meeting. Ray J announces the moment that we have all been waiting for. The teens are now over, and every challenge will be individual. The girl that wins will be immune, and she can nominate 2 girls for elimination. Now, Flo makes a promise to her old pink team and Danny that if she wins, she will not be putting any of them up for elimination. Episode 5 will be the beginning of Flo's downfall. Flo literally makes promises to everybody in the house over the next 2 episodes. So y'all just get used to me saying Flo promises. So the challenge for this episode is called dropping F-bombs. Those will have to drop their F-bombs in every opponent's barrel. Afterwards, they can go back to any bad girl to drop more bombs. Now, Jen is using her basketball skills and she scores 11 points. But Danny, Julie, Gabby, and Judy are just letting each other score on one another to greater their odds at someone winning this challenge. Now, this pisses Jen and Natalie off because me too. Like, at the end of the day, bro, like, play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just give the win to your friends because y'all can't share the money at the end of the day. And this is when Flo decides that she's going to join the alliance with Danny, Julie, Gabby, and Judy, and she moves out of the way to let them also score on her. Now, even with a big alliance, bro, they can't get past Jen and Natalie. Jen and Natalie are putting up a fight so that these girls cannot score S-word. And, bruh, like, that's how sorry y'all are. Y'all literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that let you score on them, or 4 people that let you score on them, and you can't even get past Jen and Natalie. Like, y'all are literally pathetic. So now it's time for Natalie's turn, and she literally bomb rushes Danny. Like, bro, like, that was the funniest thing ever. Gabby was so weak sauce and scared. She just moved out of the way when Natalie came to put the the F-bomb in her barrel. She was like, you don't have to do that, bro. You don't have to push us out the way. Like, yes, bitch, I do, because it's a part of the game. And y'all want to be all pussyfooting around. I'm going to show y'all how to really play. So this is when Jen decides, you know what? Y'all want to play that game? I could play that game too. And she lets Natalie score on her easily as well. So Flo is the last to go, and Gabby decides that she's going to drop her mat, and she is going to let Flo score 44 F-bombs into her barrel just to prove to Natalie and Jen that Flo is on our side. So Flo is the one who wins the challenge, and as promised, right, she's not supposed to put up Danny, Julie, Gabby, so many people, y'all. I say Judy and Judy up for elimination. So the strategies for this episode: Flo and Julie are talking, and Julie says that her targets are Jen and Natalie before Flo would ever be considered. Now, Erica decides that she's going to eliminate herself before nominations due to her knee injury, and there will still be an elimination. So when it comes to nominations, Flo is crying. Remember, I told you she's going to be crying the whole season, bruh. Flo is crying because she doesn't like having all the power. Like, bitch, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Now, Flo wants to know what everybody plans on doing with the money to help her decide who to put up for nominations. Danny and Gabby want to move out of their parents' home, and we all remember Danny and Gabby lived at home till about 26, 28 years old, maybe 30. But, you know, no tea, no shade. Like, if you have parents that love you and want to still help you out, do your thing. But that was their goal back in the day. Judy wants to go back to school. Julie wants to help a friend out that has, like, children or something. Jen wants to get her brother out of the system. And Natalie just wants to have some cushion so her and Jacob could start a family. So Flo chooses Julie and Gabby to put up for nomination because their reasons just weren't good enough to her. And yes, and this was after they went out to the club dancing and all the promises she made to the girl while they were in the club. Now it's time for elimination, and Julie says, if I don't get eliminated, I'm coming back guns a-blazing. I'm sorry, bro. Like, y'all, bro, if y'all remember when she said that, like, back in the day, literally, like, everybody was on her head about it. Guns a-blazing. Now, Gabby's plea to stay is, if I go home, there's still one of me here. Now, I don't think that they understand what a plea is. You should be given reasons why you should stay, not why we should send you home. But with 3 votes, Julie is the one eliminated. Now, before we get into episode 6, I would like for y'all to drop down and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, to stay tuned for more BGC content and Baddies reviews that come on Zeus. Don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying my commentary, and let's go ahead and get into episode 6. Episode 6 starts off with some morning strategies. Danny and Gabby really want the next challenge to be trivia related. You know, something they're good at. As they proceed to get their own trivia questions wrong. They were like, how many oceans are there? 4. Are y'all real life stupid? Are y'all real life stupid? They then proceed to talk about how they think Flo is secretly working with Natalie and Jen. Now, Natalie is still gunning for the twins, but Jen says that even though she plays nice with Natalie, Natalie is her biggest target. Now, Flo says that she is only hanging out with Natalie and Jen just to get in their minds and find out what they're thinking. Flo really just wants to play both sides so no one sends her home, because the weak people need Flo to keep them around, and then she just, I guess, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Respects Jen and Natalie's gameplay. Now, Flo reassures the twins and Judy that it's all just a game and she's riding with them to the end. Now, the challenge for this episode is entitled Breakfast in Bed. And y'all already know that's inspired off Judy from season 7 when she threw the bowl or the pot of cereal on Priscilla. I'm awake now! And proceeded to get her ass beat. Now, stage 1 of this multi-stage challenge. Stage 1, they must balance a bowl of cereal on one foot at the edge of a bed. 3 will move on to the next round, and 3 will be eliminated. Now, stage 2, they have to drag luggage back and forth. The last 2 to cross the line, my bad, not the last 2. The first 2 to cross the line will go on to stage 3, the final stage, which is a puzzle. So during stage 1, Judy, Danny, and Gabby all fall, and they are literally pathetic. How is more than half of your alliance already on the ground in the first stage? Stage 2, Natalie wins first. I just wanted to say that because Natalie was beasting in that challenge. But unfortunately, Jen comes in third and is eliminated. So stage 3 is down to just Flo and Natalie. And Natalie starts off good, but then she gets all confused on the puzzle. Flo surpasses her and finishes her puzzle, making Flo the second individual challenge winner in a row. Now, after the challenge, Natalie pulls Flo aside to ensure that she sends one of the twins home. Danny and Gabby are like, clearly, you should send home your biggest competitors. And no tea, no shade, but if I was Flo, you do want to send home your biggest competitors, because Natalie and Jen were literally neck and neck with her for every challenge. I understand, like, wanting to compete against the best, but not when it's that close of a call. You know what I'm saying? So Jen pulls Flo aside and she asks where they stand, because y'all know earlier in the season they kind of got into it. But Flo tells Jen that her and Jen are the only 2 people that have a legit reason to win the money, and she will never send Jen home. That night at the club, Judy gets super duper drunk because she's nervous that she's going to be the one to go home. The girls actually have a pool party on this episode. For what reason? We don't need a reason. We just need to put events in here to fill the runtime. So Flo goes over to Danny, Gabby, and Judy, and she's dancing, and she's like, hey, be prepared to be shocked at elimination. And then she starts dancing and dapping them up and stuff, and Judy and Gabby and Danny are all excited. Then Flo goes over to Natalie and Jen, and she starts dancing and playing with them. Now Flo grabs Natalie, Jen, and Judy after the pool party, and she says that she's planning on sending the twins home because their life is set right now and they don't really need the money. So it's time for Flo to nominate 2 bad girls, and Flo is just crying and pacing back and forth, and one of the twins, child, Danny or Gabby, is like, do you need to take 5? We'll let you take 5 so you can get your thoughts together. They are such bitches. I love them, bro. They are literally TV gold because Danny and Gabby are comedy, pure comedy. So Flo decides that she's going to take a 5-minute break, and because she doesn't know what to do, so she goes outside and smokes a cigarette and she talks to Jesus. And she asks for a sign from Jesus to see who should she put up for elimination. She then sees a penny. She goes over to the penny, she flips it in the air, and she comes back in. She tells the girls that Judy and Gabby are the ones that are up for elimination. Now, Judy walks off crying, saying how she'll never trust anyone ever again. And then he starts flipping out, saying that she wants to go home because they put Gabby up for elimination. And Gabby's like, calm down, because that's exactly what they want you to do. Now it's time for eliminations. And Judy and Gabby say how they both never quit and they try their hardest and they deserve to stay. And unfortunately, with 3 votes, Judy is the one eliminated. I think they decided to eliminate Judy because they said she was a bigger threat than the twins, but also because they're kind of tired of Judy's shenanigans when it comes to drinking and spazzing out, because y'all know Judy does what Judy does. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Be sure you hit the subscribe button to stick around for more BGC related content. If you enjoyed my commentary, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. How was Flo to y'all during the season of All-Star Battle? Was she as crazy as she came off to be? She was. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time when I review episodes 7 and 8. It's a date.